All right. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the I Am Guyanese series. I am here with Jalana Hartman, who is one of the sweetest sweethearts ever. She's very consistent. So Jalana, hi. Uh,
Hello.
so tell us who you are. Who is Jalana Hartman?
All right. So my name is Jalana Hartman. I am 26 years of age and I am a proud, proud Guyanese.
Yes.
I am a medical doctor by profession and I'm also a Seventh-day Adventist. And I am also a volunteer. I love volunteering. I am a part, well, I was a part of quite a few organizations, but due to studying and now work, I'm not able to participate as much, but
Hmm.
I'm still a part of a few volunteer groups. And yeah, I'm a chocoholic. I love chocolate in all shapes and forms. So, yeah, that's about me. I love music. I love listening to music, but I cannot sing. But, that's okay. And I love doing karaoke. So, yeah, that's a little about me.
So how you gonna be a Seventh Adventist and not know how to sing? Because I know
Girl,
Seventh Adventists, they
not
can
all,
the harmonies on another the a cappella.
yeah, I know, but not all Seventh-day Adventists could sing. Not all of us can.
Well, that was so okay. You're from Guyana, proud Guyanese. Um,
Mhm.
where in Guyana are you from?
All right. So I'm currently in the city of Georgetown, Queenstown, Georgetown to be exact. But I grew up on the east coast of Demerara. I spent most of my childhood between two villages on the east coast. So I was in Belfield. No, three villages, sorry. Three villages on the east coast. So Belfield, which is closer, I don't if you remember, closer is after Victoria, Belfield.
Mm.
And then there's
Probably
this
like one of
place,
the smaller ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then there is a place called Pigeon Island. I used to live there as well.
Okay.
And then in Chattamargot, where you have the Chattamargot chimney,
Okay.
that village. Yeah,
Oh,
before moving down to
wow.
Georgetown. Yeah, so
The East
I
Coast.
would say I'm a country girl. I would say I'm a country girl, but yeah.
And what? So Guyana has six ethnic groups, or seven if you count the mixed race. How would you
Mhm.
identify?
I am definitely a cook up rice. I am I
Not
am mixed.
right.
My mother, she is actually Portuguese and black, and
Okay.
my father, he's Amerindian and black. So
You just
I'm
look up
I'm
your
a lovely cook up rice.
We love it. We love it. And as I live in the US now, Guyana always
Hmm.
home though, just to make that clear, regardless of what the passport say. Um, but in Guyana, the American context is definitely a level of you either black or you white or like there's and if you like for example if you're black and you say well I'm black
Hmm.
but I'm mixed with blah 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 it's like oh so you're trying to deny your blackness or lower your blackness like no like I'm actually celebrating all the aspects of me. So like you said, for example, like your parent, like your mom is Portuguese and black, your dad is Amerindian and black. Um, like if you only had to choose one of the races, you would be ignoring a whole part of your ancestry, your history.
That's true. Yep.
So that's one
Hmm.
of the benefits of being Guyanese. We actually get to celebrate all the parts of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Um, all right, so growing up, primary school, high school, I know you went to Brookdown because you and Gabby can't stop
Yeah.
talking about it. Um, what was your favorite three snacks? Like, during break time or after school?
Oh, very good question. First one, and it's not here anymore. I don't know why they stopped making it. Tasty snacks. I loved tasty snack.
Oh my God. Which
I don't
flavor?
know. I love the barbecue flavor
That was my
mostly.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
barbecue flavor mostly. Second, I loved pickle mango
Oof.
with, and I used to buy the tamarind syrup. and mixed it in the pickle mango,
You and
with your little
Shanati said the same thing.
I enjoyed that during primary school. Break time, for sure.
Oh my
Put
God.
my little tamarind ball and make my little thing. But-
I
And
never had that.
you've never,
No, I feel
girl,
like
you
I
need
was
to try.
cheating. And now I gotta
You
try
need to try the two together.
it.
It's yum. Now I'm talking about it. I'm
Now
craving it.
you
Wow.
craving.
All right. Third, um, well, I love to eat, so I would say, oh, there was this they used to call it bus rice. I at primary school, it's like cook up rice in a bag,
Was
but
it
I don't
what
know.
the white pudding rice in a bag
Yeah, yes,
with
bus
mango
rice.
sour?
That yes, that's what we used to call it in primary school,
Which
bus
primary school
rice.
you went to?
I went to Comenius Primary School. So even though I lived on the East Coast of Demerara, all of my schooling was done in the city of Georgetown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So
there was a school St. Ambrose in right in Queenstown. They had
yeah,
a
well,
lady that used to sell the bus rice at that school. So we used to, because we went to St. Gabriel's, we used to walk from Gabriel's to Ambrose to get the bus rice.
okay, well, good. So Comenius Primary School is actually found on Anira Street. So
Mm.
there's Anira, Luluni, and then Krong, where you have St. Gabriel. So I
So
wasn't too
maybe
far from St.
so we
Gabriel's
probably been
Primary
going to the
School.
same person.
Yeah.
We
I can
probably
remember her. Her name is Teacher Wendy. Teacher Wendy used to
I
sell the
can't
bus
remember
ride.
her name, but you said
Yeah.
okay. I forgot about that honestly, but that was because like you don't have the stress of like the cow skin with the
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
just
you
get to the
don't have
point, you
that
go
stress.
straight to the rice.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about food, all this food now that we're hungry.
Yeah.
What if you had to describe Guyana in one food? What would that food be? That dish?
It'll definitely be cook up because
I could
we
cook
are
up.
so diverse in so many ways because of the different cultures that
Hmm.
make us Guyanese. The East Indians with their pagwa and the parasad, and then the Africans with the cook up. And how can I even forget the pepper pots
Oof.
from our Amerindians? I
Yes.
would definitely describe us as a wonderful
Cook up.
countryside. I gotta say countryside cook up. Because,
It got cook
I am
outside. It's
distant
a bush
town
cook.
people, right?
No,
I am
you can say it's not what you want to say. I don't
distant
consider
town people
myself
cook up,
tongue.
but them countryside cook up when they throw in the little okra and all the little things,
Salt beef, tripe.
man,
They got
power.
three peas inside.
Man,
So
power. As
I
my
don't eat
father say,
shrimp.
after you finish cook, power. For sure.
Oh my god, that cook up rice. Not like yeah. Um, all right. So well now we're gonna have an oil and so. We got lots of people that are not a lot more people are coming to Guyana for different reasons, but oil is definitely one of
Mhm.
the things. And do you interact with a lot of non-Guyanese?
Yes. Well, and this is through my medical profession
Okay.
as a medical doctor.
Hmm.
I, well, when they're ill, they usually come and we would talk. Um, but one of the issues is sometimes the language barrier.
Okay.
Well, more persons are coming because of the oil, and then we have those from Venezuela and those from Cuba and so on. They're coming because for better a better life.
Hmm.
So with respect to communicating with them, there is that language barrier. But yeah, I do communicate a lot with persons. When you go to those networking events, you
Yeah.
get to meet persons. Just the other day, I was at Bartica Regatta,
Okay.
and at Exxon Mobil, they were there, and I was interacting with some of the foreigners that were there, and it's
You know
it's
you gotta
our
talk
country is
like
now. like it's like a tourist destination now
It is,
for
and it's like
everyone.
it's. I don't. I'm kind of
And
torn on the topic because I'm like, no, this is our home. Like, why me saying our and I left 12 years ago, but this is our home.
it's still your home, girl.
It will
Still your
always be
home.
my home. But it's like, why y'all going to my country? But also, I'm happy that people are learning about us. So it's kind
Yes.
of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm very happy because they always mix us up, Guyana and Ghana.
Girl.
Yep. So
I love my Ghanaians. I love them to pieces. I really do. But we're not like, and it's like it's not even like an issue between us. It's more of like pick up a map, like just learn.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
just give it a
yeah,
moment. I said, guy, yeah, is.
yeah.
But we're talking with people from, like a different networking events and stuff. Do you ever, did you ever say something to somebody you realize they didn't understand you, and you said something or did something was like that was very Guyanese? Like
Oh,
you
a
said,
lot of times. A lot of times. When you go to these events, you try to speak,
you prim and proper.
yeah, speak proper English. Like, let me
Right.
just say, speak proper English.
Yeah.
But sometimes, a few words would slip out and they're like, huh?
Mhm. Yeah, let me
It's
make it and get this thing before they take it away. Mickey's? What's Mickey's?
exactly. It's I was trying to give directions
Oh.
for them to find a particular location. I can't remember exactly what.
Mhm.
And I'm like, if you look right around the corner there, you're gonna see it. And then the person's like, what? And then I was like, oh my. Let me just rephrase my apology.
Yeah. There you go. Slow it down.
And then, I took my time and just explained properly.
Hmm.
But that's the thing. It will happen.
Yeah.
I could remember when not only here in Guyana, when I actually traveled, I went to Malaysia
Okay.
just for 4 days for a convention. And I had to debate on sustainable development goals with respect to the health sector.
Okay.
And while debating, some of the Guyanese came out. Some of the Creole came out.
When you get
And then
heated, it's like,
yeah, when we get heated, I just start rattling. Then when I realized, I pulled back and try to explain what is it that I said. But it's us. It happens.
yeah.
But you're Guyanese.
You Guyanese. I definitely remember like one of like the first week in college here, and I asked her, she was being I can't say it. She was being not nice.
Mm-hmm.
I asked
Gotcha.
her where the toilet was. I said, "You mean the restroom?" And I felt so like, in that moment, I felt really stupid because I'm like, oh, I should know that in America they call it a restroom. I'm like,
Restroom.
you know
Yeah.
what I meant. You know what I meant. But it's like this sometimes even a small term, we could all be speaking the same language, but we're speaking Queen's English and,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah. So we just had Easter. There's just Pagua. There's so many things going on. Um,
Mhm.
what's your favorite Guyanese holiday?
Definitely Christmas.
Really? So as a South
Yeah.
Adventist, you celebrate Christmas? Because I know some people.
Yeah. Well, I do in that I recognize that Jesus was born on earth and so on, but
Mhm.
I don't celebrate the fact that, okay, I don't say the 25th is
Right,
Christmas, that's when Jesus was born,
right.
because I know that is when he wasn't.
Hmm.
But on Christmas Day, I
Hmm.
acknowledge that yes, he was born
Yeah.
and so on. Yeah.
So
But it's definitely my favorite holiday.
what's Christmas like in a Hartman household? Like what's going on
Uh,
in the day? What we eating? What we drinking? What playing? What going on?
Let me give you the rundown. So, one of the main reasons why Christmas is my favorite holiday is because of mostly my father. He works, well, he used to, he doesn't work in the interior anymore, but he used to work in the interior. He came out like twice a year or maybe more, maybe less during the course of the year. But he always, always, always ensures that he's home for
Christmas.
Christmas, and he's
Wow.
always home for like roughly like 3 weeks or maybe to spend the entire month, and that's usually the longest he's home.
Okay.
Whenever he comes out during the course of the year, it might be just be for a week, maybe 2 weeks the most. But Christmas time is when he spends the most time at home. So that's why I love Christmas. Well,
Wow.
other than the fact that Jesus was born and
Yeah.
stuff, but
Yeah, but you get to
yeah.
see
But
daddy,
that's what Christmas means to me, and that's why it's my favorite holiday. Um, and in addition to that, the food. Whew, I love to eat. I We don't usually cook pepper pot like during the course of the year, so
That's blasphemy in my opinion, but to each his
I
own. To each his
so so I have to wait. Well, not have to, but I usually wait the entire year for the
yeah.
pepper pot.
But like
But
you get to enjoy it, to.
yeah, yeah, you get to just savor the taste.
Hmm.
But all right, so at home though during Christmas Day, we're not the ones to like actually have like gifts under the tree and so on.
Okay.
My parents they didn't do that. We would usually will decorate and so on Christmas Eve night, throwing up everything.
You'll see
And
all of
then
those people.
yeah, yeah, mommy. But yeah, in the morning we would, sit, have breakfast together. So the pepper pot with the tea and your bread and your homemade bread.
Homemade bread.
That daddy is in charge of making the pepper pot and
Oh,
the all year's night cook up. That's his thing. Everything else mommy and I would usually,
oh,
do.
oh,
But so we would eat the pepper pot and then we talk a little bit and so on, play some Christmas music, enjoy each other's company, and then we would prepare for the Christmas lunch. A couple of the years we would usually visit like other relatives like around
okay.
town, and spend time with them. But if we're home, we'll cook,
Hmm.
watch a Christmas movie together, nap,
And
and
go for run
just
too.
yeah, and just have my household is pretty simple. We
Mhm.
love each other's company, so
That's
we just
beautiful.
enjoy it, just gaff whatever and
I
so
got
on.
two follow-up questions. So number one, your
Mhm.
father got the Kaiser hook up from the interior.
Of course,
We can talk.
of course,
We can.
of course.
Because the whole
Pomeroy.
molasses situation is not okay. When they're mixing Kaiser with molasses or just selling
Yeah,
straight
that
molasses,
that
that is
that's just
not
robbery.
okay.
That's why for and when he cooks the cook up for he usually go and buy his stuff by himself because he say he know
Uh,
where to go
to
and
go,
get it.
yeah,
Yep, and we usually buy the calves rip early. So like if he coming out the bush or stuff, he ensure that he stop to buy
yeah,
wherever. Mm-hmm.
okay.
The good stuff, the real stuff,
But, right, you got to know where to
authentic
go.
stuff. Yep.
So, even there's a lot of people, a lot of, I say, I don't know women, a lot of women that's worked in the interior, but a lot of men worked in the interior for months on end, like your dad. Like, that's a
Mm-hmm.
huge part of honestly being Guyanese. So, how
It
did that
is.
affect? I mean, it's kind of sad, right? Because, like, you spent a lot of
Mm-hmm.
months without him being there. But how did that
Yeah.
impact your family?
It was definitely hard.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm accustomed to having mommy there,
Yeah,
mommy at all the events, everything for school, sports and so on, even, graduation. It's just, your mom and your sibling there. Because as I said, most of the time he's in the interior working. And I know for her, it was definitely hard not having your spouse there,
right.
having having to take on the financial support was there, but having
Yeah.
to look after the children, you cook, you're there by yourself.
It
I know it was definitely hard. And I would usually before I would cry every time daddy's heading back, cry.
tears.
Even as big as I was like 15, I could remember, yeah, 15. I was
Wow.
on the veranda watching him head back,
Mm.
and I was crying. And
I
yeah,
can
so
only
it was
imagine.
definitely hard,
I can
definitely hard.
imagine.
So and I now have the opportunity to say, Dad, you can stay home.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go back and work because I'll take care of you and mommy from now.
That's
It
a blessing.
it's
Look
good.
at
It
God.
really is, right?
Look at God.
But I know, right? It's amazing. It's amazing, and I thank God that I can actually say that to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks to all of the interior workers, the pork knockers, all the men. Keep saying men because I
Yeah.
don't know a lot of women, or I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever
there
met a
are a
woman.
few women
A few.
that go, but it's a few. It's
It's a
predominantly the men that's out there.
because we
Hmm.
talk about all the riches that the country has, but somebody's doing the actual work and putting themselves at risk with all the diseases and all those things.
Yeah, the malaria. I can remember
Yeah,
quite a few times
about
my dad got malaria. At one point, he got malaria and dengue, and he was really sick. Even up to like recently, because the last time he went into the interior was last year,
oh my gosh.
November into December. Yeah, that was the last his last bush stint, I should say.
Yeah, yeah.
But when he came out, he was sick. He was really sick. So
And you look
I'm just
at him and
happy
you're
that
like,
I
yeah,
am now working to provide for him, the household
the
now.
household, yeah. And you
Yeah.
work so hard, like your entire. I mean, I knew you from high school. Like you were always going, always working really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
To see it all pay off.
And that was the reason why I always try to put 100%,
Wow.
especially in school, because I know the sacrifice my parents are making, just for me to have
To be
that
able to be in school.
education to
Yeah.
fulfill my dreams of becoming a physician. So, yeah.
I am proud of you.
Oh,
You'll
thank
always
you.
be like my little sister. Well, Jalana,
Yeah.
I have one more question for you. You
Mhm.
said you're proud Guyanese. What does being Guyanese mean to you?
That's a wonderful question.
Take your time.
Being well, so for me, being Guyanese is about just representing
Hmm.
where I come from, remembering where I come from, right? I mean, our culture is so diverse, and I mean, what I'm made up of, the Amerindian, the Portuguese, the black, it just shows how um diverse our culture is and how much we have to offer. We are unique in that, with respect to geography, we are found in South America, but we are a part of the Caribbean. That shows how unique we are, and yet we can just blend right in
Yeah.
with one another, with with our Caribbean people, our South American people. Um, it also shows how rich we are as a people, right? So not now only where we have the oil now that we have this economic boost, but we are rich in culture, rich in our diversity. Our people, the human resource of this nation, is just rich, and I'm just happy to be a part of such a nation.
You give me goosebumps. Let me correct myself. You got my skin, my skin
His
crawling,
skin
my
crawling,
skin crawling.
my pores
Of
raised.
course, reason, yes. But it's so,
Yeah.
so true. It's so, so true. It's like,
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I didn't start feeling fully proud of being Guyanese or even honest to what I meant until I migrated.
Mhm.
Because when you're Guyana, or when you're around a lot of Guyanese, you can find yourself minimizing, oh, Guyanese always this, Guyanese always, who said
Mhm.
Guyana's
Yeah,
not your
that
real
is true.
place and all the different things. But when you
Mhm.
actually able to be like, well, I actually miss this about home, or I wish I had X, Y, and Z. And you can really only find those things in Guyana, and you realize, like, some you expect certain things from other people. It's like, no, well, you won't get that because they're not Guyanese.
Mhm.
You start to value, unfortunately, well, you don't have it. But at least for me,
Yeah.
like you value it when you don't have it. You realize being Guyanese is amazing. It's an honor to like I'm happy I was born there,
Yeah.
able to experience the culture
Mm-hmm.
and be, still it be a part of my culture and definitely want to pass that on to
Mm.
next other
For sure.
generations too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. And you made a very good point there, like when you're away,
hmm
you tend to appreciate it more because currently well, my boyfriend, his mother lives in Australia. She's Guyanese.
okay.
Her husband is Australian. She lives in Australia. And when we usually talk, I mean, I try, I talk like how I'm talking now,
Yeah.
try the little good English, but then the Creole and
It
come out and
just
so on. And
right.
she's like, she missed this, like the language, you
hmm
know she missed the language, the people, as
Yeah.
much as good morning auntie, good morning uncle,
Girl.
she missed the manners, the smile, we smile on the, well, not everybody, but you
For the
smile
most
on the road,
part.
we're kind. she
Yeah.
she actually missed even the simple seasoning. She doesn't have access to that there. So,
I
every time I
understand.
speak with her,
Yeah.
is like, I'm lucky that, I'm, as much as, I want to go and experience other, places,
hmm
I'm grateful that, I'm still here in Guyana. I'm enjoying all these things,
Yeah.
the seasoning, the calves rib, the authentic stuff. And I wasn't like as patriotic, before, but as I grow and I get old, I understand, that Guyana is just such a beautiful
It
place.
is.
And and we, as the people of Guyana, we need to, speak up when, we are being taken advantage of. We need to, defend our country, defend our land. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
not to prolong it, but it's just even like you said, like you don't realize that talking with people from out like that are migrated, that's
Mhm.
where you can start to you're happy that you could enjoy the things because you're still in Guyana. That's why
Mhm.
honestly for me it's kind of sad to see when you
Mhm.
look at social media where people it look like everybody like Starbucks open, everybody rush to Starbucks. But like, what about the coffee you used to buy, or like, what about some bush tea?
Yeah.
You know, what I would do to get some bush tea right now, or the fact
Mhm.
that people don't even grow food anymore. And everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh, organic. Oh, we want organic strawberries in Guyana. Literally, go in your backyard. We literally only have like 3 months to grow food in over here. You have
Mm.
12 months in Guyana, but everybody just concrete in the whole yard.
Yeah, and that's why I don't really like living in town that much as it's
Yeah,
convenient, you can
yeah.
get there. I enjoyed the country because in the country I actually used to plant. Like during school, I remember having this assignment. Gabby probably remembers this assignment from Miss Kendall. We had to purchase some seedlings and grow poi, I think it was, yeah. Was like it's similar to callaloo. And so
I don't
we had
remember.
to, so I actually enjoyed that. And because of that, I actually started planting and so on. But then after we
Um,
moved, now I'm living where, I can't plant anything.
hmm
And I've noticed, yeah, we're kind of straying away from the agriculture.
It's sad.
And it's sad. We're looking at these countries, these modernized countries like the
Yeah,
States and so on, and we see it and we want, but by doing that, you're forgetting, where you came from. Like just as you gave the example with the Starbucks coffee.
yeah.
You want the lemongrass tea.
Listen, and you would see it as well being
Hmm.
a doctor that
Hmm.
the more you move away from fruits and vegetables and what's local, all the chronic diseases that comes with the Western world now in Guyana. Every
That's
minute somebody
correct.
got cancer, somebody got diabetes, somebody got something. And before it's like when you got diabetes, oh well, granny, you say 875. That makes sense. You older. It was more the
Mhm.
older generation. Now it's
Is everybody? Yep. Just the other day, I saw a patient 25 years old and she already has high cholesterol. And it's crazy.
Yeah. So the takeaway is honestly just get back to basics. Get back to basics, you know. I'm in an apartment
Mm-hmm.
now, but when we get a house, the goal is to start growing something, even if it's the American version of the like
Yeah.
ingredient the seasonings, so I can make me look
Mhm.
great seasoning still, because not like
Yeah.
I'll buy it,
Yep.
you know. Well, Jelana, this was so much fun. Thank you for hanging out, and
No problem.
and we will be in touch. Bye.
Yes, no problem. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.